Welcome back to Trading for Dummies. If you don't pay attention to this video, I promise you, you're still a dummy. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is something that I did not put in any type of effort to when I was an unprofitable trader. But now as a profitable trader, it is the most important part of my trading. And that is creating and building and having a trading plan. In this video, we're going to deep dive into what that even looks like, why it works, how you can build your own. I'm going to give you guys all the sauce so you can have a trading plan, because if you're trading without a trading plan, you're gambling. You're a dummy. You're a dummy that is gambling, unfortunately. But fortunately for you, you're going to finish this video. You're going to watch it all the way through. You're going to build out your trading plan, and you will no longer be trading like a dummy. So let's get into it. So I just mentioned briefly about having a trading plan for prop firms. And I told you guys I would get into more depth about what a trading plan is and why it's important. Now, trading, we all wanted to get into trading for the financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. It's absolutely amazing. You have no boss. You can do whatever you want. But that is the biggest problem. You have no one looking over your shoulder. You have no one making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. So you have to be that person. And the best way to do it is by creating a trading plan. That's really why having a trading plan is so important. It's a set of rules that you give yourself, that you force yourself to abide by. And I'll give you guys the best practices on how to do that. But a lot of people talk about being consistent in their trading or being consistently profitable. The only thing you can do that allows you to be consistent with your trading is having a consistent routine and a consistent set of rules that you're following when you're trading. And that's what a trading plan is going to do. So let's hop into this. I made this spreadsheet just so you guys have a little bit more, knowledge on it, or I didn't forget my thoughts, because I feel like sometimes I forget my thoughts, and there's a lot of valuable things I want to talk about when it comes to having a trading plan, because it is one of the most beneficial things that you can do as a trader if you actually want to see consistency with it. Anyways, so having a trading plan helps you have defined risk management strategy that will help ensure that you don't expose yourself to extreme risk on a single trade or over time. And I'll show you how that kind of works in a second. Having a trading plan, it also promotes consistency in your trading decisions, which is crucial for measuring performance and success over time. You need to trade like a robot. You need to trade the same exact way every single day, day after day. That's the consistency that you're going to need, and a trading plan helps that. Having a well-structured trading plan reduces the emotional and impulsive decisions, which in turn helps you make reasonable and logical decisions in trading. A lot of times, a lot of people will treat trading like it's gambling, and I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever gambled before, but you're not making logical decisions. You're going based off of emotions and feelings. With trading, you cannot do that. You have to make logical decisions, and you really can't think too much. You have to do exactly the same thing over and over and over again. And having a trading plan forces you to kind of do that. It also allows traders to set clear, achievable goals and work consistently towards achieving them. Having a trading plan streamlines the trading process. It makes it way more efficient, less time consuming, and more stress-free. And it does that because you're doing the same thing over and over again. You don't have to think, okay, am I entering the trade here or am I entering it here? Am I risking this much or am I risking this much? Am I taking these amount of trades per day? Am I hopping on the charts at this time or this time? You don't have to think about all that because it's already in your trading plan, therefore making it way less time consuming and a lot more stress-free. It also gives you a lot of confidence, because traders with a solid plan often have much more confidence in their decisions, which can lead to better trading outcomes. And the reason you have more confidence is because when you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, you can see the results over a long period of time, and that builds up confidence. Versus if you're consistently doing new things each and every time, you never truly have confidence, because whatever you're doing hasn't been tested or tried over a long period of time. It also helps with discipline, because following a trading plan requires discipline, which is a key attribute in trading, helping to avoid rash decisions based on market noise or your feelings. Now, if you didn't know, inside of my inner circle, you actually get to see how I implement all of this information inside of the markets every single day. You get to come and trade live with me every day. You have the opportunity to copy every single trade that I take in real time. You have the ability to ask me any questions, because I will coach you one-on-one. Now, if that's interesting for you, I'll leave a link for my inner circle in the description of this video to help you get started implementing all of this information.
Now, let's get into how you build your trading plan. There are a couple things you need to put in there, and we're going to go over that right now. The first thing is you need to identify clearly what type of trader you are. We went over this earlier inside this course. You could be a scalper, a swing trader, or an intraday trader. You need to clearly identify which one of those you are. You also need to put a window for when you're allowed to take trades. I've told you guys a few times in this course that my window for the most part is from around 8 a.m. Central Standard Time to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. For you, it could be something else. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be looking at the charts between whatever time frame you make. That just means if a setup happens, you can take a trade during that period. If it's outside that period, you cannot take a trade. That stops you from just randomly, I don't know, playing Call of Duty at 4 o'clock in the morning and you happen to have your charts up and you get bored and want to enter a trade. That just stops you from doing things like that. In your trading plan, you also want to put what instruments you're allowed to trade. Now, for new traders, I do suggest for you to focus on one ticker. If it's NQ, if it's ES, if it's YM, if it's gold, whatever it is, I suggest for you to focus on one ticker. The reason being is because each ticker or each instrument has different personalities. It's very hard to learn the personality of all of them at the same time versus if you have individual time where you're spending months learning this one and then you move on to another one. Same way with like dating or something like that. If you're dating 30 different girls at one time, I don't know. Maybe some of y'all could do it. I could never do that. And I'm married, so I definitely could never do that. But you would forget the names of the one person, you'd forget the birthday of another person, you'd mix up stories with another person. It's the same thing when it comes to trading. You're never going to be able to see the true emotions and the true way that each and every ticker moves, what time it moves the most, what news it reacts to the most, what strategy works best for it. You're never going to be able to truly understand that unless you can focus on one at a time. Now, max is two that I would suggest, but if you can just stick to one, that would be best. Next thing you want to write down is you want to define what strategies you're allowed to use. Again, you want to limit this one. I suggest max two, but if you can stick to just one, that's even better. If you could just master one strategy, just do that. But in your trading plan, you need to define what strategies you're even able to use. That stops you from having a bad day one day trading the squeeze strategy, knowing that that's the strategy you're supposed to trade, but you had one bad day. So you're like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to trade this strategy and this strategy. Or you just stumble on a random YouTube video that's like, this strategy has a 300 million% win rate and it'll make you $500 billion in 2 days. And then you try and switch to that strategy. Like, it just stops you from doing that. Because same thing, once you learn a strategy and you learn the personality of that strategy, you're going to learn how to trade it in different market conditions. You're going to learn how to trade it on different instruments at different times of day, what time of day is the best to do it, what day of the week is the best to do it. So you need to just define one that you stick with. You also need to set certain risk management rules, meaning how much money are you going to allow yourself to risk per day, max, and how much money are you going to allow yourself to risk per trade, max. That stops you from being able to just lose way too much money in one day. Also define the max amount of trades you're allowed to take per day. You want to have this clearly defined. Like for me, most of the time I don't take more than 2 trades per day, but my max is 3. Reason being is if you're just allowed to take 50 trades in a day, one day you're just going to go on tilt. Meaning you're going to lose one trade, you're going to try to enter another trade to make that money back. You're going to lose that one, and then you're going to lose the next one. You're just going to spiral out of control, and that's how people blow accounts and lose insane amounts of money. So have a clear, defined amount of trades that you're allowed to take per day. Another good thing about that is, let's say if you have 2 trades that you're allowed to take per day max, and you know that that's your rule, you're going to look at every trade like, okay, is this an A+ setup? Is this a trade that I want to use one of my trades on for the day, right? So it helps with that as well. Next, you want to clearly set your entry criteria for entering trades. Meaning, if you're using the support or resistance strategy, for example, your clear entry criteria would be that it has to break above the most recent high, or has to break above the most recent low, or it has to have a doji candlestick. Whatever it is for you, have that clearly defined. Again, this stops you from just randomly entering trades when you're bored. Also set rules for trading during high news volume events. As I mentioned to you guys, for me, when it comes to any planned news, I don't take a trade 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after any red folder news. So just clearly define whatever that is for you. Now, trading is a huge mental game, so you need to create mental rules for before, after, and during each trade. Meaning, if you just broke up with your girlfriend, or you just found out that your girlfriend cheated on you, you probably should not be trading. You're not going to be in the best mental state to make logical and good decisions. If I don't know, God forbid your dog's leg just got broken or something, or they fell off of a cliff or something. I don't know. If something crazy happened that made you mad or sad or angry, you probably shouldn't be trading. So just clearly define that if you're not in the right mental state of mind, how many days you have to take off or how many hours you have to take off, just whatever it is for you, just clearly define that, because things like that will happen. And those are days when you can lose a lot of money. You also want to create clear defined exit strategies, meaning, okay, am I always going to exit at a 1-to-1 take profit or 2-to-1 take profit? Or am I always going to target recent highs or recent lows? Whatever it is, just clearly define it, because what you might end up doing, and I don't want you to do this, a lot of people will get into trading and they'll have their trade set up like, let's say this is their entry. They'll have their take profit up here, their stop loss down here, right? They entered here, but as soon as it gets up here and they see positive $400, they close it out because they're like, oh, $400 sounds nice. But over time, you're actually cutting yourself short, because if you don't let it hit your full take profit, a lot of times you're missing out on extra money. So that's why I say create clear, defined exit strategies. Clearly define when you're able to exit your trades early. When are you able to hold your trades longer, right? So just clearly define that so you have that as part of your trading plan. And this is the most important one. This is the absolute most important one. And that is, have a consequence for breaking any of your trading rules / your trading plan. I mentioned in the beginning of this section that with trading, it's a you versus you game. It's only you sitting here. There's no boss. There's nobody holding you accountable. And that's the problem. You need to hold yourself accountable, because believe it or not, I promise you, I've worked with thousands of people one-on-one. Losing money is not enough of a consequence for you to stop making the same stupid mistakes. Most people know what they're doing wrong. They know they're taking too many trades. They know they're risking too much. They know they're moving their stop loss when they should not be moving their stop loss, causing them to lose more money. They know all these things, but they just can't stop doing it. And you're a new trader. You're going to get to that point. Like, come back to this video in 2 weeks. I promise you. Come back to this video in 2 weeks. You're going to see you keep making the same stupid mistakes that is going against your trading plan, the trading plan that you built out. You keep not following it, and the reason being is because you have no real consequence. No matter how much money you lost, no matter how many accounts you've blown, you will continue to make the same mistakes. What works is having a real life consequence that you can actually feel. Something like, and this is why I usually suggest, do it, find out what it is for you, but this is what I usually suggest: an ice bath, a cold shower, run 3 miles, just something that you can feel, and something that you would absolutely hate. I always say this. I say it has to be something bad enough that it gives you soft PTSD, to the point that, let's say your trading plan says you can't take more than 3 trades a day, and you already took 3 trades and you're hovering over that buy button to take your 4th trade for the day and break your trading plan. You should flash back to the last time you broke your trading plan, flash back to that cold shower you had to take, or flash back to that 3-mile run you had to take, and take your finger away from the button and never break your rules again. That's how bad it should be. And you know you more than I know you. So a cold bath might not be that bad for you, or ice bath might not be that bad for you. A 3-mile run might not be that bad for you. But find something that you absolutely hate. I have people inside my inner circle who have to take, there's one person, he's crazy. He built some concoction. It's some nasty concoction, some oil and some nasty thing, and he has to take a teaspoon or a tablespoon of like that disgusting concoction every time he breaks his rules. He broke his rule one time. He's never broken it again. So it needs to be something like that. Don't make it something easy that's like, do 20 jumping jacks. No, that's not hard. It needs to be something hard where if you break a single one of these rules that you set for yourself, you have to instantly do that consequence. You can't be like, oh, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to do the consequence tomorrow. No, as soon as you break the rule, you have to go do that, because that's the price that you had to pay to break your rule. But nonetheless, that is how to build a trading plan, and that's why it is so important. And that's how to hold yourself accountable to it. That last part, the consequence, is the most important part.